Yo, 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 what it do? It's
What's
your
up?
guy, Lionel TJ Tillman, here with my guy.
Yes, sir. What's up? What's up? It's your guy, one credit guy. I'm in the building.
And this is child support fraud.
Is it?
Is it or is it not?
Hey, that's the question. That's the $1 billion question.
That's the $1 billion question. The $10 million question.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, so, we just back at it. Had a crazy month, crazy week,
Mm,
um,
crazy day.
crazy day,
Mm.
scheduling issues. But hey, man, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. So how about you, man? How was your month?
My month is it's been it's been great. I mean, fresh off of um Invest Fest.
Mm.
Invest Fest in Atlanta was beautiful. A lot of great connections. Earn Your Leisure, they really put together like an experience. I was about to say a dope event. Like it was an experience.
Awesome.
Like just the marketplace that they had as far as like the vendors and like just over 20,000 plus entrepreneurs looking to make connections, and then just the access to high level entrepreneurs,
Right.
millionaires, multimillionaires, billionaires. I'm talking about access to where you just in a big room and it's just, hey, you now you're sitting here talking to a billionaire. It's like, what do you do? It was a great experience.
That's good. That's good.
And then aside from that, made a lot of great connections, a lot of great things in the works from InvestFest.
Right. Of course. Of course.
Um,
A lot of things in the pipeline.
yeah, that's already taken place, and even the what we're working on right
Right.
now. They actually want to. I was about to say it, but I can't say it
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
yet. But
Yeah. We can. Yeah.
there's a call with tomorrow, so
Yes.
it's a lot that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
happening real fast.
So, Custodio, I see some. I just want to address that.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, you guys see that my guy got the Custodio gear on, the merch.
yeah.
Tangibleequity.com. You
Mm-hmm.
can grab it. Uh, so this is a statement, or I guess you can say a statement, right?
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, it's there for people to question or to say, what the hell is Custodio?
yeah. I mean, custodial is it's a way of life. Like it's not something that anyone, any outside entity can just come and say you're a non-custodial. You do not dictate
Right,
my parenting rights over my offspring.
right,
It is our God-given right to custodialship over our offspring. They
absolutely.
they have our DNA. And I've said this, so you know this,
Yeah.
but they bring in this dual contract called the acknowledgement of paternity.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's day one, it's usually day two, day three, they bring it in. And they're getting you to establish paternity without providing you the legal disclosures, which is it's a constitutional violation.
Yeah.
But the thing with that is, in day one, day two, day three, or whenever that contract was signed, or was not, because there's some situations where the other parent isn't in the room where the child is being birthed, or for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
During that time until when paternity was established, whether it was during DNA or a hearing
Mm-hmm.
or lack thereof, you didn't show up, whenever paternity was established, up until that point, was this not my child? Was it not my child before paternity was established? It has my DNA. This child has my DNA.
Yeah.
Like, I am a custodial parent. You
Absolutely.
don't have the authority to tell me
That you're just
that I'm a
that you're
non-custodial.
second class citizen.
Come on, man.
And that's just what the attack has been on a lot of fathers, period. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm saying because that's, you looked at as second class. You looked at as beneath.
Yeah.
You don't look at, they don't look at you, they don't look at men or fathers of being the leaders that they want us to be, but we're not going to put you, we want you to be everything but that.
Yeah.
So they want to downgrade you. They want to downgrade us, okay, consistently. You did mention, and I want to get on this because I think we had a phone call about this yesterday. You know, this term, this word disclosure. Okay,
it's a big word.
Okay, disclosure, and I don't think people understand, you know, the ramifications of not disclosing certain things. And sometimes when you don't disclose things, the other party or the other entity may know that they didn't disclose it, but they banking on your ignorance to not pick up on those things. Because a lot of things, if that's has not been disclosed and should have been disclosed legally, you have remedy there. Yeah. Just from that simple thing that we call disclosure. You hide some shit from me and I'm supposed to know. It's called unfair. Yeah. So when something is unbalanced and unfair, that's a problem. That means you've been taken advantage of.
Of course.
And if any contracts that's created with two competent persons, or maybe let's say a person that's uncompetent or whatever you want to call it, right? That makes the contract unfair, unbalanced. So it's either voidable or void.
Yeah.
It makes it a voided contract.
And we talked about this before, but just to simplify it for the audience, you've leased a car before, or whether you purchased a car.
Oh man!
And when you go through that process,
right,
they come out with that yellow, that long white and yellow. You keeping the yellow, they keeping the white. And they running it down to you. It's CVS long. It's way back there.
But why are they doing that though?
Because they're giving you the legal disclosures of entering this contract.
Binding contract.
And even with them, like we've purchased several cars. So they try, because it's like, they'll breeze you through. It's like, okay, so this right here means such as just initial there. This right here means initial there. This means so they try.
Yeah.
And you just want the card, so you just initial. But they're giving you the disclosures.
Absolutely.
And that's the same thing. What has to happen here when a child is born in that hospital, and that person brings you that clipboard and it says, take your time. When you get some time, just fill this out. That's called it's a voluntary acknowledgement of paternity.
Okay.
Because child support is voluntary. And if you look on that document, it tells you that this is a dual contract that's entering you into a contract with child support services that lets you know you may want to seek legal representation before signing this document.
Right.
Because, I've looked at many acknowledgement of paternities. Some vary depending on the state, but the language varies, but it's saying the same.
Same thing.
You're waiving your rights. You're entering into a contract with child support. If you don't, there's some actions that may come with it, but they don't give you the legal disclosures.
Okay. And we're going to keep on
the legal consequences,
the legal consequences. But we're going to stay with this because this is a problem that we have in our communities.
Right.
Okay. This is extreme. This is the probably biggest shit that we have. We have a problem with. Okay. And I'm saying this because I'm self-aware of that issue. Like, we're just entering into these contracts and not even knowing. Like, it's not something to glance over when we say contracts. Contracts is everything, whether it's implied or it is expressed. Okay, we're entering contracts with your boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah,
just by having conversations, you're entering into certain agreements. Okay, and based on your actions also. So think about this. Would majority of y'all, all of us, would enter into a contract if they told you right up front, hey, you getting ready to have this baby? You enter in a contract with the DCSS with us. Well, who are you? What do you mean? Yeah, you're entering a contract with us by signing this document. Now, they never tell you that you don't have to sign this shit. This is what I'm saying. Why I'm sticking with this, because this episode, this right here,
it's just disclosures.
You have to disclose. You have to give me afford safeguards,
due process, safeguards. Yes,
in a situation where, let me think about it. It ain't no do. Is it a time frame for me to sign this shit? Can I think about? Can I consult with the wife that or the mother of my? Can we think about this? Wait, why are we entering the contract? What is the benefit? Because what we're doing is we're assuming that this comes with great benefits. And anybody that's dealing with this drama right now in their life, what benefit did it give you?
Yeah. So let's just go to it, and because here we like to deal with facts. Man. And evidence. Opinions are welcome.
Yes.
But we deal with facts and evidence. So, if you with me, pull out your phone or whenever you get time. There's 45 CFR 303.5. That's 45 CFR Code of Federal Regulations 303.5. That is the establishment of paternity. Now, I'm gonna brief through it real quick. During this regulation here, the word voluntary is used 20 times. So we're an establishment of paternity, and the word voluntary is used 20 times. So I want to take you to, let's go down to G, voluntary paternity establishment programs. Let's go to, we at G. We're going to go down. We're going to go down, and we're going to go down to A. Well, we're going to go down to G2 and lowercase I. It says, provide to both the mother and alleged father A, written materials about paternity establishment. B, the forms necessary to voluntarily acknowledge paternity. And C, this is where it gets good. They must provide notice orally or through video or audio equipment and in writing. So you got to get it by orally or through video or audio and in writing of the alternatives to, the legal consequences of, and the rights, including any rights if a parent is a minor due to the minority status, and responsibilities or acknowledging paternity. But it don't stop there. It don't stop there. There's D. Because like he said, give me a minute. Let me think about this. D is paramount.
Yes.
D says they must also, in addition to A through C, they must also provide you D. D says the opportunity to speak with staff either by telephone or in person who are trained to clarify information and answer questions about paternity establishment.
Man, so do they do that? That's the see what I'm glad we're on this disclosure stuff, guys, because we are not aware of what we're doing out here. We're just going through life like anybody else. It's really, honestly, I can't be mad at you. I did it. You done it. Yeah. We all have done it because we think it's a way of life. But ultimately, there's somebody back here that's saying,
got him,
got y'all, got you. And now we're thinking this is just a right. This is a right. Now we arguing about some facts that's not even real facts. So now we putting that up. We basically saying all this stuff is factual, but reality, it was all manufactured. It was all bullshit, BS. It was. So yeah. So I say this. I say all that, guys, because I want. So y'all follow the Y'all follow the page. I follow the YouTube channel. We're here to clarify, educate, because this is all educational purposes.
Right.
I need you to look this stuff up yourself. If you're tired of dealing with all these erroneous contracts, these erroneous things that happen to us daily, day in and day out, right? They're sucking the life out of us out here, right? The families is being affected. The children is being affected. But this is supposed to be in the good faith of in the best interest of our children,
right,
when we know it's not. Because when you put both parents against each other, that cannot be a positive outcome for the child that you say that you have the best interest for. You're a walking contradiction in every aspect. And for the people that live out these policies, that enforce these policies, these human beings that's enforcing these, I call it unlawful
it's
policies.
It's definitely unlawful. It's definitely unlawful. So just to summarize what we're talking about these disclosures and what I just read. Let's just break it down in layman's terms for the audience. When you have a child, before they can start a child support case against you, paternity must be established. That's first. In the hospital, when they bring you that document, they're trying to establish paternity. When they bring you that document, they must provide, it said, to both parents, the legal consequences of establishing paternity, voluntary paternity. Let's be clear, because that's what it said. So they must provide you what are the legal consequences. They suspend your driver's license.
Absolutely.
Put a hold on your passport. Send income withholding orders to your job. Bank levies. Take your taxes. Send you to jail. Passports. The works.
The works.
And much more.
Premium.
Man, premium. And premium right now is $6 a gallon.
$6 a gallon.
It's crazy now.
It's crazy. Premium. It's premium.
They must provide you the legal consequences of signing this document.
The voluntary document, right?
They must give you that. So, in addition to that, they must give you the opportunity to speak with somebody by telephone or in person. So, like you said, let me think about this. We can schedule a call. I don't have to sign this now. So that answers your question because it said by telephone. I don't have to do this now because they presume, when Congress wrote that, they presume that if I told you, if you sign this document right here, you are entering into a contract, and if you don't do what we say, you are agreeing to license suspension, passport, income withholding order, bank levies, jail time, this. You're agreeing to it all. So a person would say, wait a minute, I don't even know if I want to sign this. I need to go talk to an attorney.
You know what they're going to say? Attorney number one. And I know I definitely. So what this come with? What's the benefit?
Why am I
doing it? Because this is the consequences. Then it must have hella benefits. The benefits must be out this world. Because the consequences is a mother. So what's the benefits to this again? Oh, for the child to know my name? For the child to just Google me?
Ooh.
That's the benefits? Or Social Security? For a Social Security check? So you telling me, by signing this, the benefits is so the kid know the daddy. Come on, guys.
Come on now.
Come on, man.
Come on.
They playing games, bro.
Well,
They been playing games.
Well, my man say stop at 5.
Stop. Stop it. Stop it.
Like, come on. This is not. Are you serious? So, let me ask you this to all the viewers out there. When you were in the hospital, or if you were, or put yourself in that scenario, and they came to you and asked you, here's the voluntary acknowledgement of paternity.
Mm-hmm.
These are the legal disclosures. These are the legal consequences of signing this document. Would you have signed it on the spot? This is my question to you. Would you have signed that document on the spot?
No. You would, and for the minors, or even for the young couples that, because, you know, a lot of us have children when we're young, right? You're going to say, can you get that paperwork to my mama or my daddy? Because I don't, what's going on here is, it's kind of confusing, right? And I'm a piece this together. What we're talking about, the legal side, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as they doing this, what state of mind are you in?
You're in awe. You just had a baby.
Mm.
You're vulnerable right now.
Mm.
You just gave, well, you didn't just give birth to a child, but she just gave birth to a child. And you just seen this human get extracted by C-section or come out the vagina. Like you in amazement, like what just happened.
Emotions everywhere.
Man.
Everywhere.
And here they come with this document.
While you off balance. Both of y'all, because she
out of it.
Epidural, or she just needs to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and we have children, so you go into the room, the baby's going to be asleep at this time. It's going to be wind down, quiet. Maybe the mother-in-law's over there asleep
because they
on
give
the
you
couch.
that hour quiet time.
Quiet
right after.
time.
Yeah.
They walk in, knock, knock. Miss Tillman, Miss, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah, just sign it right there. Oh, okay, thank you. I'll be outside. Okay, thank you. And you just not know what you just did, because now they plan on your emotions. Because if you don't sign it, you don't love me.
Because now you finna be in conflict with the woman.
Not exactly. And you're not trying to have that.
You're not signing. You don't believe this is your child. Like, what is your reason for not wanting to sign the acknowledgement of paternity? Like, I had this conversation with my wife like maybe a month ago. It's like, knowing what I know now, I wouldn't have signed none of my kids' acknowledgement of paternity or birth certificates. None of them.
None of them.
None of them.
Because it had nothing to do with this.
None of them.
Something totally different.
None of them.
None
and
of
she like, what do you mean you wouldn't have signed? It has nothing to do with the children. We could have created our own contract when it got it notarized, which is a federal witness, and that's legally binding in any court. We create our own contract.
So you don't want the kid to know who the father is? See, wait, what?
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
What?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Kid lives in my house. How you?
Take a picture. I'm here. What do you?
This is a conversation, and she was like, "Yeah, Dad." Like, and I even went as far as say, not only the birth certificates. Had I known what I know now, I wouldn't even sign the marriage license.
Facts.
I would not have done it. We could have created our own
covenant.
And when I said that, she was like,
covenant.
Wait, what?
Yes.
No, I wouldn't have signed. I wouldn't have did that. Why am I entering in these people in our personal business? That has no ramification, no bearings on our relationship.
No.
It has no bearings on our covenant before God. This is a private matter that we went and made public. For what?
For the aftermath.
For what?
And those are the conversations that we need to have in relationships. When you in a relationship, we all have our issues, and but we have to learn. And that's the whole point. Iron sharpen iron. Like we have to step up and start to have these conversations. As they call it, high level conversations about your finances. But look, we need to have these high level conversations about our relationships. Like, what are we
Facts.
entering this for?
Facts.
Love is one thing. Remember, that's just an emotion. That's just a feeling. But now we need to get back to business. The business is we need to create this contract for us, for our children, right? For the future.
Yeah.
Not relying on these third-party interveners, these third-party contracts, these contracts that's not disclosed to you of the consequences if you don't stick to the contract for what they tell you to do, and you're entering into these invisible loans that you never took out, right? I can guarantee you, if the community was competent enough to engage in contracts, because we're adults, we had sex to have our children, right? So we're grown enough to do these things and make those decisions, but we're not grown enough to understand what's going on with these contracts, and you're not disclosing this information to us when we're in the hospital somebody got to pay for this, or whatever the case may be. They deem us incompetent.
Well, yeah, because you're incompetent because you came to us instead of creating your own agreement. So you are incompetent. That's the whole. So before we go into that, let's go into the remind me once we finish. Let's go into the incompetence part of it. You touched on something, and you was talking about the best interest of the child. We know that there's a Supreme Court case law, monumental.
Yes.
Blessing versus Freestone.
Yes. Look this up, please.
Again, Blessing versus Freestone. There was it's out of Arizona. These 5 women from Arizona. Their children were receiving government assistance.
Facts.
Child support started a case against the alleged fathers. Child support services was collecting money. They added interest. They were collecting all of this money, and they were only giving those 5 mothers, well, all of the mothers, but it was a group of 5 who went and sued child support services.
So that money belongs to them.
Yeah, they said, that's our money. Why are we only getting this? Y'all taking most of it, and we're only getting this. And in that case, something happened. Something happened to where they're getting sued, and to protect the infrastructure and the money, they had to tell on themselves. They told on themselves. They told on themselves.
They like, okay, this is what it really is. This is what it really is. This is what it really is.
And they like, well, no, you child support, you went and got the money for us. And they said, whoa, objection. We didn't go get the money for you.
No,
that ain't your money.
It ain't for you. And it
ain't for your kid.
All right.
Let's pull it up. Blessing versus Freestone. I ain't got my glasses on, but I'm going to read it to you. It says that the state operates its child support program in substantial compliance with Title 4D, was not intended to benefit individual children, was not intended to benefit individual children. I'm on my Dr. Umar right now. I got to repeat it 3 times. Not intended to benefit individual children and custodial parents. And therefore, it touches on something else you was talking about. And therefore, it does not constitute a federal right. Far from creating an individual entitlement to services, the standard is simply a yardstick for the secretary to measure the system-wide performance of a state's title. Jesus Christ, they said a lot.
Hey, man, we just want to see how the system working. How is it working out there? Okay, we need to do a little bit. We need to tighten it up. We need to loosen it up. That's all it's for. It's a state program. It's not for the kids or for you.
This is not our opinion. This is fact. This is a Supreme Court case law, you can look it up for yourself. It's Blessing versus Freestone.
And it doesn't matter what state.
It does not
Does
matter
not.
what state you're in.
I don't want to hear, well, in my state, your state.
Exactly. Because we don't play state.
We don't play state
games.
So this is what it is. People jump online. They can do their TikToks. They do all this shit. And they, the child support this. And yeah, how much he gonna pay? How much he gonna pay? How much he gonna pay? It's not a right.
If
this
you're
is
talking
what
about
I keep
money,
telling
you lost. You're guilty already.
You lost. It's not a right. Now,
it says it right here. It's not a right. Therefore, it does not constitute a federal right.
Give me a DJ Clue bomb right now.
Come on, man.
That's it, man. So
there's no right.
So all the other conversations that you're having and the comments and that stuff, that's all your opinion. That's just how you want to feel or you don't feel. However, it's not a right. See, those are just facts. It's not a right. So when we say this, we're going, it's not a right. It's not a right.
So when you hear us say online that child support was never intended to benefit the child, this is what we're talking about. So when you hear us say, when people was like, whoa, you don't want to take care of your children, child support ain't got nothing to do with no damn kids. This is not my opinion. This is fact.
And stay right there. And the reason why I want him to stay right there is because we hear that all the time in the comments, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want to, bro, you're mixing two different things. You can't do it.
Come on, man.
You mixing it. You don't stay over there with that. And let's keep it over here with the facts. What is the actual rights? If you stay there, your opinion is going to automatically change because you can't trump the facts. No pun intended.
Right.
So don't mix the two, because you can't mix the two and say Santa Claus is real when we know it's not. It's like, oh wait, no, but listen, no, it's just not real,
bruh. What the little kid said, the meme is bullshit. Bullshit. Like, child support has nothing to do with no kids. Now, what we don't want to be misconstrued. This is not a platform for, we're not advising anyone of anything. This is all educational purposes.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, we're not promoting anyone not to take care of their offspring.
Right.
What we're educating everyone on is that these are the facts. Here's your opinion. Child support has nothing to do with children. They told on themselves to keep the money. And if you actually read the actual case law, they went on to say, not only is it our money, based on what we're supposed to do, we're only supposed to give you $50 of the first $50 of whatever we collect every check. So say, for instance, they collecting $500 per check from a person. They're only supposed to give the other parent the first $50. They supposed to keep the $450. So if they give you a little bit more, they saying we being generous. We throwing you a bone. And you have the audacity to sue us? This our money. This ain't about you and your damn kids.
Facts.
Fuck is you talking about? They told on themselves.
Clear as day. So I hope this can clarify and get rid of the notion and these ideas that you supposed to. That's a right. No, we do it because that's a moral thing. Morally, we're gonna take care of our kids. Morally, just like when you don't want nobody to tell you when you want to see your kid and not see your kid, and it's like
facts.
You got to deal with that drama too.
Facts,
right? But you're gonna have to. We can do a whole nother episode.
There was a video that was posted with the young lady. She went there was an exchange, the parent exchange.
Okay.
They was meeting when it looked like it was two twin boys.
Okay, I did see that video.
When he
It's an older
brought,
video.
yeah, when he brought the kids back, he got the kids a haircut. Mom was livid. I think her name was Lisa. Could be. I could be wrong. Let's just not go there. But she was livid.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you get their haircut? Why did you put a razor to their heads? She was livid about a haircut, and it's a lot of mix on the comments.
Mm-hmm.
There's some, and I'm equal protection. I see both sides because I try to look at it from both sides.
Mm-hmm.
So like she went on to say, you are a non-custodial parent. You don't have the right to cut our kid's head without first consulting with me.
Mm.
And I said, whoa. She said, what? You are a non-custodial parent. You don't have the right to cut our children's head without consulting with me. Now, she said a lot.
Yeah.
In that one statement.
I remember the video.
She said a lot because the fact that she said he was a non-custodial parent, that tells me that there was a legal situation. He didn't claim his parental rights. She's the custodial parent. She's the primary. So she has the power.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, she was right.
Yeah, she was.
She was right.
When it came down to, like, if it was
from a legal
standpoint, she was in the right.
She was right for saying what she said.
Okay, because I was gonna say it's my piece too.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say my piece. But.
So from a legal standpoint, she was right because he didn't claim his parental rights, and he allowed them, whether he knew it or not, to title him as a non-custodial parent, which means he's guilty of not claiming his parental rights in family court.
Correct.
Therefore, it says that, you must confer with the other parent when you're making big decisions.
Yes.
Now, to me, what I got from that, the fact that she said that you put a razor to their head, that tells me they never had a haircut before.
Mm-hmm.
This was their first haircut. And for some women and just parents, the first haircut is a big deal.
Right.
It's like, just don't go cut my kid. Your kid's hair is long. Now you don't want to cut it without talking to me.
Right.
And he like, well,
damn,
they my kids.
Yeah,
they're boys.
Right.
I can understand if they were girls and they're boys. So
what's the problem?
I went and took my sons to get a haircut. I'm their father.
Right.
Most women want their father to go. It's the first haircut, but he was just like, I don't see what's the big deal. Like, I went and got him a haircut. Where did you get the haircut at?
Right.
That is irrelevant. It has no relevance because the hair is cut already.
Done.
And he was just like, it's a haircut. I went and got their haircut. What's the problem?
And this is where most issues come out of. Most of the time, in those situations, the man is thinking rational. He's thinking basic.
Yeah.
Fundamental. What the is wrong with me taking my kids to go get a haircut, right? It's the other side where we flip it to, non-custodial.
According to the agreement.
And that's where the incompetency comes from, right? That's petty as shit, guys.
It is.
It's very petty. And this is what the courts, they thrive off of that. Like, yes, they know the courts. Okay, if you took the legal, if you talk to the judge in the back, the judge is going to say, what's wrong with that? Because he has a duty and he has to do this, he's going to go at the paperwork. Okay, then we're supposed to confer. Are you the non-custodial parent? Yes, you're supposed to did this and did that. But because he videotaped it, he's basically showing the world what he has to go through.
Right.
The pettiness, the thing. Now legally, like I said, she could have been right, but we still haven't seen the paperwork.
Right.
So the
Right,
jury
right.
still is out.
Right, right,
Because
right.
if he shows something that may say other than that, what we
Otherwise,
said,
right.
okay, then we say okay, but that just shows you how easy the system can be abused, and who does the abusing. I'm just and it was very, very petty, because even in that video clip, I think the car, he brought the car out.
The kids had the little
Had
toy
the little
car
toy car, and he was
on
like,
the
hey,
kid. He like, no, don't put
hey,
that on
don't
the
put it
car.
Like,
Like,
and then she turns around and say,
no,
no,
put it
on the car.
See, scratch it up, and
Now I see what you're going through. I know what you're going through. That pettiness, the incompetency of both adults. You're adults. That shouldn't even happen.
And not, especially not in front of the kids,
Not in
because
front
there's
of
a
the kids.
full-blown argument to where he's now taking one of the toys from the kid, and she like, you're gonna start him crying and this and that and the third, and he picking him up, and he like, can I pick? Her name was Kim. Can I pick my kids up, Kim?
Yeah,
because he kept saying Kim. Right.
And in that video, now, so we have 3 parties, 3 adults in that video. If you recall, there's 3 adults.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Who's the third adult?
The mother. The mother of the woman.
So now, this will let you know.
Right.
Okay, how petty men, we have to go through this type. I'm sorry. A lot of
she
men
did
go
tell
through
her
this.
mom to call the police.
Yes, a lot of men.
Yeah.
She condoned it. She was an older adult. She should have said, listen, Kim,
he went and got the kid. He went and got the boy's
just
haircut.
come on, let's go.
Yes, he should have talked to you. He should have talked to you about it.
Let's go.
I mean, because it's the first hair. Now, the reason why I sympathize with her a little bit in regards to that, because when Niall on his first haircut, he had long hair, and it was like, who do I want to get to cut his hair? And he finally said he wanted it cut.
Mm-hmm.
One of his cousins was having a birthday party on that day as well. His birthday was coming up, and I hollered at my guy. I'm gonna just say his name because we cool, but my guy DT. Yo, DT, this my son's first cut. Even though DT prices is high as shit, but he worth it.
Right.
We go to the barbershop. I'm waiting. What, 20, 30, 40? Texting. Man, what the fuck this nigga DT at? He ain't called, respond, nothing. So now, my son, she done took his braids down. He looking wild. I can't go to the party looking like this. And he, at this point, I think he like 5. He like, yo, Dad, am I getting my hair cut or not? Like, Niall, chill. Yeah, where is he at? And all of this. Long story short, end up letting somebody else cut it. He fucked my son hair up. I'm pissed. Like, yo, that ain't what. He was like, yeah, I never really, with the first cut, it's now he got somebody else, one of the other barbers next to him trying to come assist him and trying to clean it up. Now, as we're leaving the barbershop, because it's a long, we way in the back. We get to the front. DT now in the chair, he got somebody else. He cutting. It's a regular day. My nigga, I've been calling and texting you. Yo, this nigga just fucked my son hair up. Like, he had somebody else to come clean it up and fix it. And he's like, bro, I mean, that's what happens when you book it last minute. The fuck you mean last minute? Man, I want to punch this nigga in the face. But I got my son with me. I'm in somebody's establishment. I'm looking at him like I'm so infuriated. So all that said to say, like, I was, as a father, emotionally attached. Like, nigga, why you just leave me out in the cold like that, and you just here cutting somebody else? You ain't responded to nothing. So I felt Kim's wait, who the fuck you went and let cut my kid's hair? Why would you do that without consulting me?
Right.
So I understood that point. It was petty as shit.
Yeah, well,
Morally, he should have talked to her.
Yeah.
And most likely, she would have been okay. Okay, maybe not.
I gonna
Maybe
say
not.
the car thing leads me to believe
maybe
that
because
she's
she could
very
have said,
petty.
"No, I don't want their hair to get cut right now."
Because you taking them.
Now, but here's the thing. Just okay, I want to get their hair cut, and you say no. Where do we
meet? Where's the medium? Where's the
just because you said no, does that mean that they can't get their hair cut now?
no.
So he like, I want my kid's haircut, so I'm cutting
I'm the parent. I'm pulling up.
These are my children.
Pulling
You
up.
have no right to. I'm a custodial parent. It's a way of life.
It's a way of life. And I just believe I sympathize with the father because for the most part, because yes, this is petty, bro. Like this is beyond, like this is ridiculous, right? Two parents should be able, obviously they got a relationship.
Mhm.
Okay. They know each other.
All right.
The boys didn't look like they was newborn.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, stop being petty. See, the pettiness is what brings on the other bullshit, the other legal shit. And now you're fighting and you're doing it. That's what that brought, okay? Because it seemed like they can have conversations. Somebody's still hurt. You guys got to talk out your issues, okay? Whatever you ain't got past to get past, y'all need to talk, not just talking about them, just in general.
Right.
Talk about the situation so that way you can move past whatever is in there. Okay, we need to clean that out. You know what I'm saying?
Spring cleaning.
We need to clean it out, get past the hurt, get past the disappointment. Okay, you're claiming that you're an adult. Adult and age is two different things.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're an adult, then you're gonna take care of this issue. Okay, however you're gonna take care of it and move past it. Because without you moving past it, them kids gonna be 6. They're going to be 16, and you guys are going to be still dealing with the same pettiness that took place 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Because you're not adults. Everybody deals with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just man up, woman up. Be a woman about your shit. Just deal with whatever you got to deal with. Be a man about it. Deal with it. Talk about it. Move on.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah.
That's the best interest for the children. Just to move the fuck on. Stop being so petty about a haircut. What shoes? The little car thing that was more petty than anything.
I mean, cause just imagine, I didn't. It don't matter what kind of car it was. It's my car.
It's my car.
And, my kid, you know, you roll in this, little car truck. You can scratch the car up.
You can scratch the car. Do what you
like,
want to do.
No, don't do that. And she like, no, put it on there because go ahead and scratch it up. Wait, what do you mean?
That leads to what? The DV issues. Okay,
because now you tripping.
Now you tripping. And then who's going to get the blame for it? The guy.
Of course.
He's going to get the blame for all that you provoked.
Of course.
Okay, when it's just a rational thing. Hey, because you know why? Flip it around. The car's on your car. I mean, the car's on your car.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, Timmy, stop. No, keep going.
Yeah.
You're going to probably slap the guy.
Yeah.
What you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah.
So there's an underlying issue that we have as a community. We don't communicate properly. We don't know how to communicate and resolve our issues. So we use the cheat sheet and the system to try to poke at each other and hurt each other and hold each other back from whatever you want to be in life, whatever that may be, because that shit does hold you back.
Yeah.
Right? You have resentment. You have these things. So just letting y'all know that's incompetent.
It is.
At the end of the day.
It is.
That's incompetent.
I mean, it's unfortunate that whole spill was done in front of their children, because no child should have to bear witness to
their
that.
mom and dad, because they're unconditionally love their mom and dad. So
it's just real unfortunate that they had to experience that.
And that's what we're here for, to just shine light, bring things up to the forefront, have conversations, right? Especially when it comes to this system here. So And this system is very abusive. And I'm talking about child support
Yeah.
and family court.
Yeah.
And we need to learn how to honestly contract better,
Yeah.
contract with ourselves
Yeah.
better. Family contracts, family business. Take that shit literal.
Hmm.
Stop taking it as a, doesn't mean anything. It means everything in their world.
Yeah. For real.
it means the bread and butter.
Yeah. I mean, especially when, and you can just see it as far as when Big Mama passed, when your grandmother passed, when now you're having car washes and things. Maybe she had it, most likely she had insurance, but it only covers so much. Now you're still trying to collect money to.
We need to
Yeah.
have, these are the conversations
Yeah.
that we need to have as a community. And I can guarantee you'll yield better results.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, better results, better outcome for our children's sake, right? And better parenting skills, right? I mean, sometimes we don't have that type of what we call it, examples. Okay,
True.
on
True.
both sides.
True. Of course.
Okay, we too busy. We too busy trying. We're too busy doing nothing.
Hmm.
Okay, we in a business of doing nothing, right? So we just need to try to change that. I'm not here to fucking say nobody really. I just want people to have a conversation and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's at the end of the day, you're gonna have to make that decision. It's on you. Some may look at these podcasts and say, "Well, fuck that. Pay your child support."
Of
Cool,
course. Yeah.
great,
Yeah.
no problem.
Yeah. If you took care of your kids, you wouldn't be.
You
on
wouldn't be in
child.
this problem. I know plenty of people that's not dealing with child support, but they're dealing with pettiness and
Yeah.
on the verge of divorce
Yeah.
because of it. So anyway, man,
Yeah. Like I
that was
said,
it, man.
Custodial it's a mindset.
Yes,
It is a way of life. Based on everything that you've heard today, we now pose the question to you. And you just take it and you and do what you want with it. The question is child support fraud? Based on the evidence that was provided today, is child support fraud? We'll have this conversation. We'll continue to have this conversation.
Yes.
Let's just gonna bring
Oh
this
yeah, I
up
was gonna grab that.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna grab
look,
that.
you see this right here.
Mm-hmm.
This is tangible equity. This is this book right here, man. It's a lot that went into this. 22 years of pain, fraud, everything, bro. How I stopped child support legally. It is everything. The step-by-step process that I took to obtain remedy after 22 years. Like, it has so many gems in here.
Mm-hmm.
Court documents, subpoenas, 2 years of in-hearing notes. Everything is inside of this book.
Facts. This is a true book that we will say is illustration
Yeah.
at its finest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just one of those must-have books.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to have the book.
Mm.
Okay. It's not an opinion.
It's facts.
It's not even a story.
It's facts.
It's how
I stopped child support legally. And you got to understand, this was done in their venue, just like in the case that we were talking about, Blessing versus Freestone, where the 5 women sued child support and they had to tell on themselves. I made child support tell on themselves, and they said that they were guilty of fraud after 22 years. Same thing. There's a masterclass. The live masterclass, first webinar is coming up.
Yes.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
We touched on things here and there, but there is going to be bust down. I'm talking about arrears, family court, child support,
everything,
custody,
custody,
incarceration,
licenses, everything.
Everything is going to get broke down. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. There's a lot of great things coming up, man.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, man. Hey, look, the audience, our subscribers, the people that pay attention to real information, I really appreciate y'all because, you know, without y'all like giving us the motivation and the push to continue to spill our story and tell your story and tell your, you know, the book.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we thank you guys. We thank you guys for tuning in, getting us out there, making this information available to everyone. So shout out to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So we're going to continue to provide just great evidence and facts, and that's all we stick on. You guys know you can find me if you don't. Everything is Child Support is Fraud, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X. That guy.
And X.
I mean, when you own something, you can do what you want.
You do what you want, man.
You do what you want.
Shout out
it was
to
Twitter,
Elon
and
Musk.
then the next day I went on my phone. I'm like, X. What happened to Twitter? Where did it go?
Yeah, that's
where it go at.
That's what it is. When you own it.
When you own it, you can do what you want.
So
but, everything is Child Support is Fraud, man. Tell them where they can find you at, man.
Man, you know me, onecreditguy.com. We do consultations. We do consulting. You can tap in on the website, childsupportisfraud.com or onecreditguy.com. We basically interchangeable. That is what it is. When you can find him, you can find me.
Right. Like
believe that.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. We're gonna shut it down. Child Support is Fraud Masterclass.com. They put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Child Support is Fraud Masterclass.com. I know it's long, but you know exactly what it is when you hear it. Child Support is Fraud Masterclass.com. I hope to see you there. Next episode we'll recap what took place in the actual masterclass.
Yes.
And as you see, we're in, some new digs right now. We moving around and we
real quick. Shout out to our guest that's coming up. I can't reveal the guest, but we got some more guests on the platform. And if you got a great story or you want to tap in with us, you can tap in with us. We'll have you sitting on the couch, the hot seat, right? To give your information, your story. So if you need that, tap in with us on the site, DM us or email.
Yeah. And there it is. So we signing out, and to the next one. This is episode 5. Is Child Support Fraud? Peace.